when did the calling of pastoring come about? And like, how did that? Were you raised in the church coming up?
Oh.
Like, what was your what was your experience with the church and just with faith and things like that coming up?
Raised in the church, made to go to church. My mom and dad wasn't playing with it. As a matter of fact, I had to leave football practice, basketball practice every Tuesday at 5:30 to be at choir rehearsal at 6. My mom told all my coaches, listen, you can do whatever you're going to do for y'all, but you got to go do what you're going to do for the Lord.
Right.
Because when y'all get tired of it, the Lord going to have it.
Right.
She would say that to the coaches, and I was like, she's killing me.
Right.
But so I had to sing in the choir, all that kind of stuff. I was 15, man, when I knew I was going to preach. I was at a youth revival. John Pinkney was preaching. He preached a sermon called It's the Real Thing. He used to talk about Jesus, used the Coke, or the whole Coke slogan. And man, I'm standing at the altar and I hear the Lord telling me, you're going to do it. He's giving an invitation. You're going to do this, you're going to do it. And I said, no, I ain't. No, I ain't. You're going to do this. So I was 15 when I knew. So after that time, I didn't, like I said, I didn't go off the rails. I was just trying to do everything not to preach. And it wasn't until I tore up my knee and all of that I actually said, okay, you know what, I surrender. I'm going to go ahead and do this. As a matter of fact, your father-in-law had me hemmed up in his office. It was, we did something, that United, we did Power Hour.
Okay.
That was on Wednesday from 12 to 1. And Pastor Jeffrey Dennis, he had came to a gospel choir concert or something. I was in a gospel choir. And they gave me the mic and I said some stuff. I don't know what I said. But he said, hey man, let me holler at you. You got a call on your life. And I said, I know. And I started walking away. He said, hey, you know how you do.
Yeah. It sounded all right.
This to me. And so he got me to come into his office. He sat me down. He started talking about the Lord. And I'm looking at my watch. Lita was downstairs waiting on me. I was hungry. I just said, you know what? I accept my call. That's how I did it. He said, well, let me take you downstairs so you can be the pastor. And that's how I started preaching. He just wore me down. And I was really saying, okay, just to get out of his office. But that's what it took him to push me. If it were not for that conversation with Jeffrey Allen Dennis, I would not have accepted my call. Not that day. Not that day.
Shout out Pastor Dennis, man. That's my guy, man. Shout out Pastor Dennis, man.
That's what got me to do it.
So how old were you at this time?
At that point, I'm 20.
He's still a kid, man.
I'm still a kid. I'm 20.
So take me to the frame of mind of a young dude. What year was this?
1987. March 4th, 1987.
So take me to the mind frame of a young dude at 87, 20 years old, and you accept your calling. Like, what is the external pressures of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you kept saying, I was trying everything in my power not to do it, but then you finally do it. So just take me back to the mind frame of like, why you didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? What was you battling with externally? Like, man, I don't want to get this up.
I really see. So let me tell you, when I came to University of Akron to give you an inkling, man, I was probably about 280 pounds. I ran like a 4.6.
Okay, all right.
Bench press 400.
Oh yeah, you was the man.
Squat 600.
Yeah, you was the man.
All that. I could still dunk a basketball.
Oh yeah.
So I was really feeling myself, and I thought I could probably do this football thing.
Right.
So in my head, I was going to do the football thing, and I told the Lord, and how arrogant is that, right? I told the Lord in a prayer, I'm going to holler at you after I do this.
When I'm done.
And the Lord said, how about you don't do nothing? Oof. I take that away, I take it all away. Then what you going to do? And I still remember the final thing, Sunday before March 1st, we came to United to church. And me and Lita was in church. She was sitting by me. And she got up to join church. And I grabbed her hand. And she snatched away from me and went. And the Lord said, I will take everything and everybody from you. And so she went up, she accepted Christ. We came to the noonday service. And that's when Jeff hit me. Jeff hit me with the whole speech and wore me down. And to me, it's no coincidence that I accepted my call on March 4th.
Okay.
Get it? March 4th.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So that's the day I accepted my call. And so all of that was on me. So by the time I said yes, I was tired anyway. I was tired. I couldn't play ball. I was 100% a student. And I did it at United. Now that was important because at United, there was Pastor Pounds, there was Jeffrey Dennis, there were Michael Harrison. None of them were 35 years old.
Okay, so they was young guys.
All young, all suited and booted, and they were all brilliant at what they did.
Right.
So now I'm seeing
It was real for you.
I can pull this off.
Right.
This is real now.
Right.
This is something I can really make happen. And because of that dynamic, that just kind of, so it was easier to do then than it had ever been before because I was watching cats that was 60, 70. When I got my call, my pastor at my home church was 60-something years old. So I was watching a bunch of old dudes and it didn't connect. But when I get up, and these dudes listen to the same music I listen to, but they preach. But they know the word. And I'm like, I think I can do this. So that was the part that resonated with me, that grabbed me. If they were not who they were, it probably wouldn't have grabbed